Hey guys, this is Mr. Shannon. Welcome back to the Good Enough Guy Crafts channel. Today we're going to build some planter boxes on the ground so we can put some tomatoes in them. The wife and I planted way too many tomatoes. There's no room. They have to be transplanted into some outside boxes. I've chosen a spot under this nice big oak tree with some shade and not too much direct sunlight, so they should thrive. So we're going to make them roughly 8 foot long by about 2 feet wide. Cut all 8 of my short sides, which are roughly 2 feet long. I'm going to assemble my fourth and final long side here. You're going to see how I do that momentarily. All right, so I've got pressure treated 4x4s here. I've cut them 20 inches long. I want to make sure that I have some space in the bottom to dig holes in the ground so they mount closer to the ground and they don't shift, is what I'm trying to prevent. All right, so the first things first, I'm going to take my long side, my decking board on my 2x4, and I'm going to make it flush with my 4x4. I'm going to take my square and make sure that it is straight and even. Now I'm leaving a little bit sticking out here. We're gonna play it, we're just gonna go by eye. I really don't care how much. It just needs to stick out a little bit because the other side's gonna butt up against it here. So let's see. Rafter square straight. And let's put some screws in this bad boy. So I have been doing 3 2-inch Decamate outdoor screws so they don't rust or corrode. All right guys, so this is interesting. These are very long. I don't really have a solid place to work to do this. So what I'm going to do is attempt to place my 2 boards on one side like this, and then I'm gonna slide it around, do the other side, and then hopefully I can just put the next one on top and slide it in place and screw it down. So let's try this. So there we have one side. You know what, I think I'm gonna try it on this bench over here. Yeah, let's try it from this angle. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill a couple of screws inside this. You know, I was doing it by eye. These are actually flush, nearly perfect, right on the edge where that joint is. That's awesome. Very happy with that. Now let's try a new vantage point for the top. So I'm gonna take one of my other long sides that's just like this bottom part, put it on top, and then screw it together. Ugh, that's heavy. All right, that's not gonna work. They're, the problem I'm running into is that the top pieces, instead of being straight or like this, they're facing out, so there's too much gap. All right, so I've decided to take two side pieces, screw them to the inside, and then put this top piece on, and it should hold from the inside, and then I'll screw the outsides in. Then I could take this piece off and use it for my next one. Let's see how that works. Just literally going to use it for temporary support. As a drawback to doing stuff like this by yourself, you don't have another set of hands to hold things in place for you. Kind of got to figure it out as you go. All right, wish me luck. All right, look at that. Now, the problem is when I do the next one, I'm not going to have a couple of extra boards. And there we have it. We got one full box done. All right, you know what? Let's put this on the ground. All right. So I'm going to use this one as a workbench, just to, because it's the perfect height, and I won't be able to use the sawhorses because there's too much empty space. So And I have an idea. So last time I put both ends on the outside. This time I'm only going to do one on the outside. I'll do one on the inside, put my top on, secure it, and then put my second outside ones back on. Let's see how that works out for me. Now I'm going to take that, put it on top, and hopefully it'll work. Looks good. So these two planter boxes are 8 feet wide by 2 feet long with 20-inch 4x4 corners. The extended corner is going to go into the ground to hold it in place to keep it from sliding. These are 8 feet long by 5.5 inches wide, marketed as 8 by 6, but once milled, they're down a little bit. So there's 10 8-foot boards, so there's 80 board feet. These are going to be 11 inches tall off of the ground. They're going to be full of mulch and dirt, and we're going to transplant tomatoes and who knows what else in these guys. Each board is held down with 6 outdoor decking screws to avoid rust and deterioration and contamination in our dirt. All right, so let's put these down where we need to put them. All right, now I gotta find good spots to put them. I don't want to mess with this little tree right here. This is going to be a big yew tree. These are beauty berries. These are edible, so I don't want to damage these berries. This is some kind of edible vine. I can't remember what it's called, so we're going to leave that. And I've got 2 tomato plants growing in the dirt over here on their own, so we're going to leave those alone. So I need to make sure I got a good spot for these. They look a little wobbly now, but once they're in the ground, they should stiffen up. Let's put this right up against here. I need to tack that down. So when I dig the holes for the posts, that's where they're gonna go. Just leave it like that. We're gonna find out. Maybe the wife will like them just like that. So I'm not gonna put them in the dirt until I get further approval from the other half. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share. I will definitely add at the end of this video the final positioning of these guys, and maybe after we have the dirt and everything planted in them. Take care.